And now I call Mr. Corman from the Republic of Moldova to take the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Dear colleagues, over the last years, new media boom has really disrupted our lives. New media have generated entire social cyber phenomena. They have increased enormously communication between people all over the world and resulted to be an extraordinary source for the freedom of expression and information. It was impossible for the North African regimes to block the Twitter revolutions like it was for the communist regime in Moldova in April 2009. Right after these events, the situation of the media in Moldova, including online media, improved significantly. The freedom of speech, political pluralism, and free media stand among the most visible achievements of the ruling alliance. According to Reporters Without Borders, in the 2011 ranking Press Freedom, the press in Moldova is more free than in some EU countries. Today, 60 television stations and 57 radio stations operate in Moldova. More than 200 newspapers are published in the country. In addition, more than 20 news portals operate online, and there are many news agencies. International reports show that today market entry for media in our country is free, non-discriminatory, and generally easy. Absolutely different was the situation only a few years ago when communists governed. That's why it was quite funny to hear here on Monday the communist leader complaining about the revocation of license to their TV channel of communist propaganda NIT. And this while communists used to suppress the freedom of speech and to shut down channels which respected the law and had an objective approach. Now the Broadcasting Coordinating Council revoked the NIT license as a result of repeated and multiple violations of the law, including for the lack of pluralism of opinion, incitement to hatred, open propaganda in favor of the Communist Party. For 3 years, the competent authority conducted 13 surveys and applied 11 sanctions to this channel. Despite this, it has not rejoined the legality. Dear colleagues, we are firmly convinced that the freedom of expression and freedom of media are essential for a democratic society. It's really necessary to protect users' freedom of expression and information on internet and online media against threats coming not only from public authorities, but also from private companies. Online media represent an enormous resource, but on the other hand, also present a range of serious challenges and threats. Child pornography, incitement to racism, hatred, violence, or terrorism feel quite comfortable in the cyberspace. Often, the zone of virtual reality is understood as a place in which the freedom of expression is unrestricted and as a zone exempted from any responsibility. But in the virtual space, responsibility must be real, not virtual, and freedoms must be exercised within the law. It's of course a serious dilemma, but we should find, like my previous speaker mentioned, the fair balance. I think the present report points out in a clear manner the main issues and make pertinent recommendations. We must adopt efficient instruments in order to face these challenges and to protect human rights against any kind of violations and abuses. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Corman.